Apple just pulled off a jaw-dropping move, flying 5 planes full of iPhones from India to the US to dodge new US tariffs. But why did they do it? And what does this mean for the future of your iPhone prices? Apple flew 5 planes packed with iPhones from India to the US in just 3 days. This wasn't a random flex. It was a calculated move to beat a new 10% tariff imposed by the Trump administration, which kicked in on April 5th. According to the Times of India, Apple rushed these shipments in late March to avoid the tariff hike and keep iPhone prices steady for now. So why the rush? It all comes down to the escalating US-China trade war. On April 2nd, 2025, the White House announced a massive 104% tariff on Chinese goods, with an additional 34% reciprocal tariff on China, bringing the total to 54% for Chinese imports. That's a huge hit for Apple, since 80% of its iPhone production still happens in China, according to Evercore ISI. Meanwhile, India faces a lower 26% tariff, making it a smarter choice for Apple to shift production. By flying iPhones from India before the April 9th tariff hike, Apple saved millions in costs. But this isn't just about saving money. It's about staying competitive in a market where price hikes could drive customers to rivals like Samsung. Apple's airlift is just the tip of the iceberg. The company has been working to diversify its supply chain for years, moving production from China to countries like India and Vietnam. India's lower 26% tariff gives Apple a 28 percentage point advantage over China, and the country already accounts for nearly $9 billion in smartphone exports to the US. Apple is targeting 25% of its global iPhone production to come from India, according to a 2023 statement from an Indian government minister. But tariffs aren't the only factor. Shifting production also helps Apple reduce reliance on China amid rising geopolitical tensions. However, with new tariffs hitting India and Vietnam too, Apple's global strategy is under pressure. Now, what does this mean for you? For now, Apple says it won't raise iPhone prices, but that could change. The Times of India reports that any price hike would likely affect not just the US, but also key markets like India. Some Americans are already rushing to upgrade their iPhones, fearing prices could nearly double once tariffs fully kick in. On the flip side, Apple's shift to India could lead to more stable pricing in the long run if they can scale up production. But with global trade tensions heating up, from China's potential ban on US films to freight markets crashing, the future of tech pricing is anything but certain. Apple's iPhone airlift is a bold move in a high-stakes trade war. But will it be enough to keep prices down? What do you think? Will Apple's strategy pay off? Or are we all in for a price shock?